You jump through every hoop, follow every rule, and right when you think you've cleared the path, the walls shift. In family court, this pattern is called goalpost switching. It happens when you satisfy a specific safety or a logistical concern, only for the other parent to impose a new, escalating requirement without restoring your parenting time. When you try to logically argue against these shifting standards, you end up trapped in a rotating cycle of accusations. The platform changes, the timeline changes, and the reasons change. To break out of this cycle, you need to build a goalpost-switching evidence packet. We are going to construct a clear timeline, gather exact proofs of your compliance, and draft specific enforceable rules to propose to the judge. Shifting from reactive messages to documented structural proof provides the court with a factual basis to identify and address the pattern of shifting requirements. Before building the packet, we need to run a quick moving target diagnostic. Look at the last 3 times you were denied parenting time. This checklist tracks indicators of goalpost switching. Did the explanation shift from safety to scheduling? Did new conditions appear right before the exchange? Did compliance fail to restore access? If 3 or more of these are true, you are dealing with active goalpost switching. Confirming this diagnosis shifts your strategy. Your objective is no longer trying to appease the co-parent. Your goal is now strictly documenting the changing rules. The foundation of your documentation is the CCC exhibit set. This stands for Condition, Compliance, and Change. Step 1 is the condition. You look at the communication and isolate the exact documented demand from the co-parent, separating it from the surrounding argument. Step 2 is your compliance. You match that isolated demand directly with objective proof of completion, like a test result or notice. Step 3 is the change. You attach the subsequent message where the co-parent imposes a new requirement or denies time despite your compliance. When assembling these documents, do not add paragraph-long explanations or emotional commentary. Adding personal opinion reduces the professional weight of the evidence. A clean, commentary-free CCC set highlights the discrepancy between the requested standard and the actual response, exposing the cycle directly to the court. To ensure a busy judge can process this evidence quickly, you must condense your CCC exhibits into a single-page chronological timeline. This timeline provides a 60-second summary. List the date on the left, action in the center, and exhibit tag on the right. This structure highlights rapid shifts. Highlighting consecutive dates shows the court how multiple requirements are stacked against you in a short window. At the very bottom of this sequence, you state the measurable result of the pattern. For example, impact, missed scheduled parenting time. This condensed timeline prevents the other parent from confusing the issue with a massive document dump. It frames the denial as a verifiable, repeating pattern. You can also document these shifting standards in real time. When a new demand is made, you send a response designed to lock in the requirement. We call this the finish line message. It reads, "Please confirm, once I complete X, parenting time will resume on Y schedule." If they confirm, you have a documented agreement. If they refuse to confirm, that refusal itself becomes a record of the shifting standard. For demands outside the current mandate, reply with this template. If Y is not in the current order, please propose it for court review. These templates stop the defensive arguing and force the co-parent to put their gatekeeping requirements in writing. Once the problem is documented, you must propose the solution. Avoid making vague requests to the judge, like make them cooperate. Vague orders are difficult to enforce. Instead of asking for reasonable notice, request a specific protocol. Notice sent via email by 6 p.m. Address gatekeeping with direct access clauses for school and medical records. Replace child preference with a step-up schedule tied to objective dates. Requesting rigid structural boundaries gives the judge a practical tool to resolve the conflict by removing the parent's ability to set unilateral rules. You now have your evidence packet ready, your CCC exhibits, your timeline, and your list of enforceable asks. To maintain the packet's effectiveness, do not use clinical labels, like narcissist or gaslighting, in your presentation. Avoid arguing about the other parent's motives or feelings. When addressing the judge, use a focused script. This case needs defined standards. These requirements have changed repeatedly. which makes your compliance unclear. I am asking for an order that is specific and enforceable. Then present the timeline. By using a judge-friendly structure, this careful preparation replaces a chaotic narrative with a highly organized sequence of facts. By leading with chronological proof, you move the court's focus away from emotional claims and toward the specific pattern of noncompliance, allowing the judge to set clear